Hi there, friends. Welcome back to the channel. This is Allie Tarot 108 coming at you all today with another video relationship reading. Hot news. Oh my, Jeff Bezos and Sánchez got married this weekend in Venice, renting the whole city of Venice, Italy as their apparent wedding venue. How can you do that? They're local residents. It's like, okay, does being like a billionaire put you above the rest of the world truly, Does it make it so like you become a person who is like, okay, you can do what you want, right? Isn't it? Yeah, but anyway, yeah, so we're looking at the relationship reading today between Sánchez and her now husband, Jeff Bezos, or maybe you can call it the other way around. But yeah, let's see what comes up in the cards today. Just a big curiosity, like, where's this relationship going? Because people online have had a lot of different commentary about this relationship. They've been together for 6 years now. It is now the end of June 2025. So they've been together since 2019, when Bezos announced to the public that he and his wife was getting a divorce. They got together through, I believe it was a movie, something to do with a movie premiere or something like that. And I guess they started having an affair because I mean, they got divorced from their partners later on and continued having their relationship together. But anyway, guys, if you don't know me, my name is Allie. I'm an astrologer, a tarot reader, a psychic, a medium. I do a lot of different things. It's my full-time job. And yeah, I love doing celebrity readings, and I love looking into world events as well as politics, tech moguls, kind of like Bezos. Yeah, I did a reading on my channel before a few weeks ago about the Blue Origin flight that took place earlier this year with Katy Perry and Sánchez and a bunch of ladies on it. Now that flight was created by Jeff Bezos and his company, and in that reading I did, a lot of things did come up about Jeff Bezos. There was a lot of speculation as well about that whole Blue Origin flight, whether it's real, whether it's fake, whether it's, totally malicious, Illuminati controlled, blah, blah, blah. People online, they have a lot of speculation about everything. So I feel like what we're really trying to do here on this channel is kind of clear some things up with the cards and, yeah, getting the truth out. Messages from spirit, from the universe, from God, whatever, What is the truth? Who knows the truth? Who of us on this material planet really know the truth? Hard to say, Hard to say. Even the greatest minds, are not all knowing. So, yeah, let's get into it. Past, present, future of this relationship between Sánchez and Jeff Bezos. Now, if you're new here, let me explain how I do these readings. I usually start with a past life card, even if it's for a couple, because I feel like many couples, they have past life karma together, and it's kind of interesting to look into that stuff when we are doing the reading. So first we take a past life card. Then when we go into the present life, we look at 3 lines. The first line is the past of this relationship, so everything up to this very day, present moment, and we know they've just gotten married, so things may come up about that. But the second line is the present moment, and the third line we're going to do is the future of this relationship. So we take a couple oracle cards, and then we take our tarot in each line. Yeah, so let's get into it. The past life. Oh, isn't that interesting? Okay, the past life of these two. So what is the past life karma of these two? Because I feel like these two do have some previous lifetime connection with each other. Now, there are some relationships which come up, which is like couples have not had much previous karma together in previous lives. For example, if we look at what happened with Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom recently about their separation, I did also do that reading on my channel. It's my last reading. Check it out. In that reading, I saw that Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, they really haven't had much past life karma or connection together, which is why I feel like that relationship was kind of rocky from the beginning, not so deep actually, but look here what it says about Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez, technology. So you see, use of technology, technological progress, abuse of technology, technological disaster. That's really interesting. I will say something, which is that now, while past lives are often in the past, it's kind of a weird thing that some past lives or previous incarnations can actually be in the future in a weird way. You know, the spectrum of time that we live in is really, really fluid, and it's really like in higher spiritual planes, you know, time is something which is kind of non-existent. So it's like if you are born at some point in the future, it can actually be your past life in a way. Just, I hope it makes sense to everyone. But I get this feeling like both Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos, they may be actually coming from the future. Um, it's kind of an odd thing, you know, because I feel like Bezos, he came into this life with not much actually. He had a very young mother who was like in high school, I believe, and she divorced his father. His father was a drunk or something like that, and she divorced him, moved back in with her parents, finished high school or maybe college through night school, and was raising her son. You know, he later went on to go to Princeton, and he later, you know, became the Jeff Bezos who founded Amazon, and he was a bit of a genius type, you know, and having these visions about the future and technology, and always having that vision of putting people on the moon and et cetera, et cetera. So it's like he's a very cutting edge person, you know. He has some ideas which are like beyond what the spectrum of people in this day and age, you know, think about. So many of his ideas, it's like I don't feel necessarily that he is actually that in his previous incarnation or in his prominent previous incarnations he was like an alien from another planet or anything like that, but I do get that feeling like he was in the future somehow, or somehow connected or related to the future. So it's like I feel he actually has seen things in the future. Or I do get that feeling as well, like in the future where he comes from, there is contact with interplanetary species and races, etc. Like in the far future, like he could be actually from his previous incarnation, he could have been somewhere in the year 3000 or 4000 or something like that. And I feel like he came back here to this planet, his soul came back here in this day and age to actually increase the technological development of the day and age that we live in. Like he felt it's not going fast enough, or it's not developing enough to the level where it should be at. So I feel like in the future where he comes from as well, there is a capability to look back into the past. Of course, we can always look back into the past, even in this present day. Like we have history books, we have all of that. But you see what we have here in the modern era is actually the internet and this whole documentation of like absolutely everything in the world. So I feel like in the day and age that he was last, you can say like incarnated in, it's like people in that age had so much more access to technology than there is today. And I know that he is a philanthropist as well. He cares a lot about nature and ecology and the like the whole rainforest and, Amazon, everything, he cares about ecology and wildlife. And I believe he made a statement when he was younger, which was that he wished that the world could become its own national park, its own ecological park with all the humans living in space. Like he wants to get people off the earth for some reason, a little bit similar to Elon, I think. That humanity is a big, big polluter of the world, and it can be a little bit dangerous if you think about it. A person who is really keen on making the world clean and free from human pollution, there can be that energy of like, we have to get rid of humans in a way to make the world clean, caring about the earth and the planet more than humanity itself. But, um, Amazon, like the company, it's a big question as well. How much are they actually polluting, with all the things that they do, with all of the carbon emissions that go into shipping things all over the world and all over countries? Like, how ecological is it actually? But anyway, technology, I feel for Lauren Sanchez as well. She gives me this feeling of, I don't know why I'm getting a bit of like robot wife like vibes from her, but I feel like she's a woman who really knows what she's doing. And her past life energy coming through is like, I feel her in her past life like she was actually more of, she has many lifetimes, I feel, as a more masculine figure, as a man. And I feel like because of that, she knows how to get what she wants. She knows how to be successful in the public eye or in spheres like newscasting, for example, which could potentially be seen as something a bit more on the yang side, like masculine side, because you have to be strong to be in that profession. It's not so yin. It's not that such feminine, soft energy. It's more of a yang energy. So I feel her like she is a woman. Yes, she's beautiful. She's in a way soft, like her looks and everything. And, she's done these plastic surgeries and all that kind of stuff, augmentation of the chest and all that stuff. So she loves to look feminine, but I feel her personality is really very strong. It's really very yang. So I feel like with that, it makes her very ambitious, and she wouldn't want a man who is not more ambitious than her and who doesn't necessarily inspire her in the things that she wants to achieve and wants to do. Um, Now, about their actual past life connection, I feel like they complement each other in a very nice way in this lifetime, but I feel like they actually don't have overly too much connection from past lifetime. Like there could have been some meeting just in passing, something like that. But I feel like the connection that they have in this lifetime is really like, okay, you are giving me something that I have been searching for quite a lot. It's just like, I feel this kind of missing puzzle piece energy coming from them. Anyway, let's move on to the present lifetime and the past of this present lifetime. So we're asking the oracles first, what do we need to know about Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez and the past of their relationship together? Let's see. Okay, so it says, nurturing my soul. Interesting. And it has number 17, which 1 plus 7 is number 8. So it is that Scorpio energy in a way. So nurturing my soul, there's a Buddha there, there's a plant there. It says, growth on all levels is a priority. So I will take the time to nurture my soul with wisdom and positivity. Oh, yes. This relationship, coming into this relationship for both of them, I feel definitely, especially from this card, is like it was a thing about growth, growing, like outgrowing as well. We know that Bezos, he has 4 kids with his ex-wife, and his ex-wife was with him for 22 years. And he's grown so much, so big, and she was with him for all that time by his side. And Lauren Sanchez, she has had previous partnerships and marriages with different men as well, very rich men as well. And I get this feeling like for both of them, it's really about, I found this person who is like, they push me forward and they move me. Like they move each other very much and they really nurture each other very much. I don't get the feeling from Jeff Bezos that he was like a major playboy or anything, actually. Of course, with great money, there comes opportunity to be around women, whoever you may please. But we can see that he was married for 22 years, and with Lauren, he was with her for 6 years before marriage. So it's like he's a pretty steady player with women. Like I don't feel him like he truly is a mega like playboy or anything, keeping many girlfriends on the side or like that. Of course, we know that this relationship did come from both of them cheating, so that could be that number 8 energy, all about secrets. But I feel this energy like, you're my little secret. I get this energy coming from Bezos himself, like, Lauren, you're my little secret, nurturing my soul with that Scorpio hidden number 8 energy. So yeah, let's see what comes up for the second oracles. Thank you. So what do we need to know about the past of Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos? Crew, that's really interesting. Okay, number 3, Gemini energy, about communication. Mercury energy, definitely communication. I feel like they speak to each other and they really like each other's ideas, like they bounce ideas off of each other. And then there's that Sagittarius energy. So we know that Bezos, he's got a Capricorn sun, Sagittarius moon, and Lauren, she's got a Sagittarius sun and a Taurus moon. So it's really interesting that the Sagittarius thing comes up, and it tells me about their ambition. So we see the card here, it says in sync, spirit of the body, like esprit de corps, working together as a unit, team, leadership, co-create, pooling assets, camaraderie, gung-ho, form alliances, partnership, team effort. That's interesting. It's like, I feel they're very good like support for each other. And I feel like even if they're away from each other for business or work or whatever, they're still like calling each other on the phone, and they've always been that way. Like, I feel it's a very like, it's like a home, this relationship, it comes up like, it feels like home. Like, you help me grow and you help me be the person that I want to be and go further. My crew, my team, you're on my team. Like, you're my cheerleader for both of them. Like, I feel like Bezos, he really likes what Lauren does with her work and the things that she's done with her career and everything. Like, he's very proud of her, I feel. I'm proud to have her on his side, or by his side. So what comes up in the tarot now? So we have Knight of Swords. Okay, I feel it's this one first. 6 of Wands. Interesting. Knight of Swords. There's a lot of that like horse kind of energy, that whole moving on energy. Since we are looking at the past, I feel like things may have moved faster in the beginning than they both expected in this relationship. 6 of Cups. Interesting. 6 is coming up here. Oh, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, we know 5 of Pentacles is a thing. Let me explain in a minute. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, Lovers in reverse. It's wonderful. Okay. So with the 5 of Pentacles coming up here, I'm seeing a lot of things about the progression of their relationship. Like with the 5 of Pentacles here, 5 of Pentacles is kind of about losing money or feeling out in the cold, out in the dark, but generally about some kind of loss of money. And we know that Bezos, with divorcing his wife, gave her, I guess it was 25% share of Amazon. So that's like a cut, for him. But honestly, like 25%, it's like, Well, we know that Bezos, he's already, getting up there in age. He's not super young anymore. He's like in his 60s, right? So how many years does he really have left? And I feel like that 25% of Amazon shares that he gave to his ex-wife, which was like, I don't know how many $1 million, but um, it was fair from him. He feels, I feel like he feels this was fair. Like I should give you that. So it's something about kind of a loss of money. Like, doesn't it kind of show you that he's like kind of a nice person by giving his ex-wife like that much, you know? Um, but anyway, with the Six of Wands and Six of Cups coming up here, okay, and we've got Knight of Swords in the middle. With the Six of Wands, it's like there is that energy of like I see potential here. I feel this for like the beginning of their relationship. It's like I'm moving on to something. And I feel like when they met, it was quite a big thing between the two of them. Like they felt like this is a very special thing. I feel like there was maybe an instant flame or instant spark, and they kind of saw each other, their eyes met, and it was like, hey, this is someone I would like to get to know. This is someone who has a big, ambitious spirit. And again, with the horses, there is that kind of Sagittarius energy coming up. So it is a lot about like fiery spirit, ambition. Um, Sagittarius is kind of like also about the big ideas. What's the bigger picture? What are we looking at? It's that Jupiter energy. And both of them have Sagittarius in their chart quite strongly. So I feel like when they met, they really felt that energy of like, wow, you have some good ideas. And we get along in that way. And I can talk to you about this stuff. And with the Knight of Swords here, it's like it took time for things to move on. But with the Six of Cups, it's like we are actually very good friends to each other. And I feel also with the Six of Cups, like people around them being happy for them. Like I see people actually congratulating Jeff in the past. Since we are looking at the past, we will look at the present in a moment. But I feel people congratulating Jeff and Lauren and saying like, wow, I'm so happy for you. Like, how did you catch her? How did you catch him? How is it possible, that you met someone who is like, in a way, your best friend? With the Knight of Pentacles, we looked at the Five of Pentacles, so I feel like it's about mm, that whole thing with moving on and getting divorced with like that kind of loss of assets. It feels like a minor loss for Jeff Bezos. But with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse here and the Lovers in reverse here, it's like, okay, though I've lost something, I'm gaining something else. And with Knight of Pentacles, it's like moving on to materialize something new. And Lover's card, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. I got my love, like I got my person. And now people on social media have been kind of speculating that it's like, oh, they're still in the limerence phase and how long can this last? But it's like they have been together for 6 years. So let's move on and check out the present of this connection. Oh, this one popped up. Interesting. Number 3, I am blooming. So it says, I am full of authenticity because I bloom exactly the way I was always meant to. So I get that feeling like this relationship was kind of meant to be. It's kind of like written in their stars. Like they're really kind of a perfect match for each other. And with the number 3 energy here, number 30, it's again that Gemini energy coming up. Where do we see it? Yeah, Gemini energy coming up here. It's like a lot of communication, like they're nourished very much by each other's ideas and each other's like ambition, and they congratulate each other and they believe in each other and they want to support each other. And I feel like there could even be events where they're on stage together speaking about things publicly or openly. And like I feel and I see actually something to do with nonprofit work. Like I believe Lauren as well, she's some kind of donor to ecological or wildlife funds and that kind of stuff. And Bezos, he's also really into that a lot. So there's this whole energy of like supporting nature, with the blooming energy here. I feel like in the future they are going to be together with some kind of charity kind of stuff, like on stage speaking about it is what I'm saying. I'm getting this vision of some kind of banquet, or like it's like cutting a ribbon. It's like we're inviting you into this new park and stuff. And it's like I feel they actually could be opening some kind of like sanctuary or something like that. I feel them like they may be open, they may come to open in the future some kind of sanctuary or wildlife reservation or something like that, because I'm seeing some kind of ceremony where it's like they cut a ribbon. It could be just symbolic, but I'm seeing that right now. But anyway, we're looking at the present moment. We're looking at the present moment. So what do we need to know about the present moment? I know what card this is. Mother Lode. Ooh. This card is all about the money. But you see her, this kind of map thing coming up. It does, again, give me that energy of some kind of wildlife preservation or like national park kind of energy. I don't know why it comes up so strongly, but it could be significant of Amazon as well, as a company, because, if we're looking on a map at like Brazil, for example, we see that area of the Amazon. So I get that energy as well. It's pointing to Amazon, the business. But we see here this Aries energy with number 1, and then we see the Virgo energy, that's number 6 energy, 6th house energy with highly detailed capability. So it's like with that Virgo energy as well, it's Venus energy coming up. So it's like Mars and Venus together, and it's like, whoa, big passion for money and career and development and Venus type of advancement. Like they are into, I feel, and we saw it in their wedding as well, like looking beautiful and making sure we stay looking beautiful. Bezos seems to be comfortable with his state of looks, I feel, with his baldness and all that. I feel like he is comfortable with that, because if he weren't, he would definitely get that fixed up by now. He's so rich, So it's like Mother Lode, prosperity, jackpot, success, good fortune, having plenty, money maker, sudden wealth, the real deal, on easy street, accomplishment, advantage, fortune, the prime source. I do get the feeling like these two are very happy together, and we know that they're kind of in their honeymoon phase right now. They just got married, and I mean, they were already together for 6 years, so how much more of a honeymoon, can you be in? But yeah, I feel with the Mother Lode, there's that whole energy of like money, 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 spending a lot of money, keeping the money, and we know that they rented out Venice, and can be that energy coming through here as well, because I feel it's like, it's really like a map. It's like places, people, things to do, people to see, places to go. Yeah, let's see what comes up about present moment for them. I'm sure we're gonna hear something about the wedding. How is their wedding? How are they feeling about it? We know there was protest from people in Venice about their wedding. Something comes up here. 3 of Swords. Okay, what else? The Tower in reverse. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, what else comes up? Oh, 10 of Wands. Great. Congratulations is what I'm hearing. The 10 of Wands. 3 of Cups. What else is coming up? Page of Wands. Okay, that's good. What I'm hearing right now is we're moving on to the rest of our life. I'm seeing, like with the 10 of Wands coming up here, I got this energy of congratulations, especially because this lady, she has a baby. So it's like congratulations, you know, you've just had a kid. I don't feel, now, it's going to be practically impossible for them to have a child together. Lauren, she's more than 50. But yeah, it's kind of like the birth of a new arrangement, the birth of a new, well, we know it's a marriage. So with 10 of Wands here, it's like we're taking, you know, big action now, big steps. We're merging everything. We're putting everything together. And I hear these words coming from Bezos himself, like, Lauren, I'm investing my whole life into you. I'm giving everything to you. Like, I'm trusting you. This is a very big thing. And with the Three of Cups here, we see that energy of celebration, friends around, you know, Page of Wands as well. It's like we have a new dynamic that the whole world will see with Page of Wands. The page is something which is new, something which is fresh, something which is like in its naive state or form. And with the wands, it's like actions. So these new actions, these new things which are going on, and it's coming with wonder. And I feel, especially Lauren, she's like very happy, just like gobsmacked. Wanderlust is the energy coming through with the new world that she's stepping into. She's already been with him for a while, but I feel like this marriage truly does change things. It solidifies things. And I feel like she's happy. She's very happy with being finally his wife, you know? And it's not only about money. I feel like she likes his ambition and she feels inspired by that for herself. So let's see what we have here, though, with the present moment. It's like Three of Swords, the Tower, and 10 of Pentacles in reverse. It's quite interesting how these things come up. So I feel from these cards, it's like potentially planning this wedding was a headache. Getting everything together. I feel like it could have been a stress. And there were things I feel that may have gone wrong, that it's like, oh no, how are we going to fix that? How are we going to make it come right, you know? And also, you know, with the protest and backlash going on, it's like, okay, we have to keep those people away from us, those protesters and things. With 10 of Pentacles, I feel like this wedding was definitely expensive, extremely, extremely expensive. Like, I didn't look at the numbers. If anybody looked at the numbers, let me know down below. But I feel like it was a huge, grandiose, crazy expense, you know? And we know that with the Three of Cups here, a lot of spectators came out, a lot of celebrity friends and guests and people came out and were like, you know, just happy to be there for the Vanity Fair, for showing their face and image at that wedding. I feel like, okay, you know, there has been quite a lot of criticism of them, of first of all their relationship and of their wedding, but with everything going on here at the end, it's like I feel they're taking it in stride. I feel like there have been times actually when they've felt, both of them have felt maybe slightly affected by criticism of their relationship. I feel it more so from people who are close to them rather than random, you know, spectators or whoever. You can't really call them fans because these kind of celebrities, do they even really have fans? But from people in the public about their relationship, I feel like there has been a lot of criticism with the Three of Swords here. There could have been moments where it was getting to them, especially with Lauren, but it's like, I feel at the end of the day, they're always there for each other. And with the wands coming up here, it's like, we're going to stay together and stick together no matter what. We're in it together. We are going to manage our life together, and nobody can break it up. Nobody can take that away from us. So what comes up now in the future? Let's see. Let's see what comes up in the future of these two. Now, people have speculated that, oh, they're in a limerence stage, and once that goes away, they will have nothing with each other, blah, blah, blah. But let's see. And other people on the internet have said, don't let your husband or wife stop you from getting with your true life partner or whatever. Kind of funny. So it says here, believing in new beginnings. 26. So 6, 7, 8. That's number 8 energy again. Secrets. There are things that are private going on with them that the public eye will never hear about or never see. So it says here, I am the director of my life and understand the healing power of new beginnings. For sure, for sure. I feel like this relationship has given both of them a breath of fresh air, a breath of fresh life. Like they're able to move on to bigger, stronger, better things. And with the number 8 energy coming up here, that Scorpio energy, it's a transformation, because Scorpio is all about transformation. It's kind of like they built what they had with previous partners, and those previous partners were kind of like, how to say it, like pieces of the tower, pieces of the building block, lifting them up. And then it's like they, at the top of the tower, they found a, how do you call it, hang glider, you know, or hot air balloon, where it's like, let me get in and let me fly. So it's like they've built what they have with previous partners. But with this new person, with this new great person in their life, they're flying, you know? And so let's look at what else comes up. What else do we need to know about their future together? They're flying. They're going to be flying together. Hey, they may be going to space together. They may take a space flight together. They may actually fly. Okay, it's this one. Oh, that's interesting. Oh my. Okay, shooting star. So there is that whole space energy. So it's number 8 Scorpio energy with transformation again coming up. This relationship is very, very transformative for both of them. That's a strong thing coming up. So with the Aries, passionate, driven, the drivenness, passion. And Aries is also about like your own body, like physical corpse, you know, the body. So it says here, shooting star. Quick action, wish granted, rare, falling, moment in time, luck, dynamic, incandescent, dazzled, sudden, short-lived, passionate, passing through, enterprising, brilliant. It's interesting because in the past when I got this shooting star card, I felt it gave the energy of like something was just short-lived, you know, like a shooting star simply passes. But coming up here with this Mars energy, both of them have, both the number 8 and the Aries having that Mars energy, it feels to me like there's a lot of fire going on here. Quick fire. With the shooting star thing, I do get this message right now. It's kind of like, we know that they're both famous, but they are not super talked about in the tabloids all the time, you know, not as much as in this present moment with their whole wedding. So I feel like this shooting star card is telling us that like they're kind of having this 15 minutes right now. Of course, they will be in the media eye in the future. Both of them already are. They already have been, and they will continue to be. But on the scale that they're being talked about right now, that is going to go away kind of soon, I feel, with that shooting star energy. So I feel like this card is saying that like they're kind of going to go more back into the background again after this whole wedding news calms down. So yeah, let's see. And with that number 8 energy, number 8 coming up here, number 8 coming up here, it is that energy like we like our private life. We like our private life together. They're not going to be like some of these reality stars, you know, just showing themselves all the time everywhere. So let's see what else comes up in the tarot for tarot of the future for this situation, if anybody wants to come out. 10 of Cups in reverse. Emperor. Bezos is going to be back from holiday and ruling his empire. What else comes up? Four of Swords, and somebody here is reversed. Oh, Five of Wands. Interesting. Okay, who else comes up? Nine of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. It's interesting what's coming up here. You see 2 cards here are in the right side up and the rest of them are in reverse. So it tells me about their future. I feel we have this male figure here and we have this Four of Swords here. It's like, this is going to be their life. Emperor, Jeff Bezos, and Four of Swords, the maiden, relaxing at his side, you know, staying at home. Lauren, now she is getting older and she may just choose to be that kind of housewife figure, character, at home. But I feel like she's quite an ambitious woman, but she is getting up there in age, and so it is like time for slowing down a bit. So I do see that energy here with the number 4. It is that energy of the home, of that Cancer sign energy. 4th house is the house of the home, the house of the moon, the house of the mother. And I feel her like she's just going to want to relax and take care of her life. So with the other things going on in the future, it's like 10 of Cups. We see the 10 of Cups here. And it's like, okay, the celebrations were great. That stuff was really important. And I feel like both of them at some point may also become grandparents. We see that with the children here in the card. So it's like celebrating our calm life in family, with that Cups energy, feeling the love, you know, like we had such a great time at the wedding. We'll always remember it. I feel like they may actually be keeping photo albums, like physical photo albums, lots of photos around their house. I feel their house with like a lot of stuff about them. Like, this is our love. This is our life. We have photos of us everywhere. These are little mementos that we picked up on vacation places together. Like, they really value, I feel, the good times that they have together, and they like to go places together. They like to have each other at each other's side. Like, I look good with him, I look good with her, you know, they're proud of each other. They're happy to be with each other. So with 5 of Wands in reverse here, it's that energy as well of like not taking the stance to do anything really big in the future. You know, we have projects that we already do. We have things that we already do. I'm getting that energy with the 9 of Cups here and Wheel of Fortune. It's like, you see this Wheel of Fortune, it reminds me of a mill, an old like grain mill. And this 9 of Cups is like, it's interesting because it's also like in the water, and it's like this it's kind of like a goddess of energy of the water. And you know, in some kind of esotericism, the water is said to be like the currency, you know. So if you think about it in English, at least, how we talk about money is similar to how we talk about water, you know. It's like currency, you put your money in the bank. It's kind of like the bank of the river, you know, or the bank of the ocean, whatever. So yeah, you can look into it more, guys, about the relationship between money and water. It's a kind of interesting thing. But yeah, basically, like, the river of money and assets, like, it's going to continue to flow for them. Nothing is going to stop with that. And with that whole mill thing going on, it's like, it's going to continue to be generated. Money is going to continue to come in for sure. Bezos, he's not lacking for anything in his life. And with the 9 of Cups here, it's like, we're going to have everything we need in our hands. And with the reversals going on, it gives me that energy of like long-term stability, kind of like retrograde planets. When planets are in retrograde, they are like, going slower. So I feel like they are going to have this continual, stable, like secure life going on for them. Nothing is going to take that away from them. Um, they're going to have a happy, long life together. I want to ask, I don't feel, now, people have speculated, are they going to get, divorce and cheat with another person in the future? And I want to say I don't really feel like that will happen. I feel like they are going to be together for a long time. But let's look at what the cards have to say about it. Let's take it. Somebody jumped up. So what do we need to know? Why? Why? Broken vase. Somebody jumped out like this. Broken vase. What do we need to know? It's number 5. It's Leo energy. And then it's Taurus energy. I'm worried about this. I'm worried about this. Oh my God. I get an energy right now like in the future there could be some kind of accident with what happens, which may happen with one of them. Maybe Bezos. What is going on with this? What is the meaning of this card, broken vase? What do we need to know? Okay, somebody jumped out about it. So what do we need to know about this? Black Widow. Oh my God. Betrayal? Oh my God. Okay. So what is that? Is it like Lauren betraying, or somebody who is betraying who, or who is going to betray them? It's interesting. 3 of Pentacles. What else comes up? Black Widow, betrayal. This one. Queen of Wands. That's worrisome. See what happens in the future, guys, but I would hope that Lauren doesn't betray him in the future. It could be some other woman trying to betray him. I feel it's betrayal to Bezos by a woman. Queen of Wands. Can we get a little bit more clarity on this? This one. Okay, so they may break up. They may break up in the future. Who knows? She may want to take his money and run. Who knows? But let's see it in the future, guys. Gosh, what comes up? A lot of 3 energy. Communication. Gemini. Double Gemini coming up here. Split. Broken vase. Broken. Black Widow. Betrayal. With 3 of Pentacles, it's like something building. Like there's a plan being conjured or something. Queen of Wands. But gosh. One last question. Is it Lauren going to betray him or what? Is it Lauren going to betray him? The Maiden. Within 1 to 3 months. Okay, let's see what scandals are coming out in the next 1 to 3 months, guys. Okay, so guys, if you like this reading today, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, for any future readings, please comment down below. I do like your suggestions, guys, on celebrities, world events, politics, politicians, or whatever you're interested to know about deeper. So yeah, guys, comment down below. Look forward to seeing you again. Stay in the light, stay in love, and wish you all the best. Bye.